Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For this video, I'm going to be reacting to Sonic Frontiers review, and I've seen a couple of these videos. Like on my channel, I reacted to some of their videos because I grew up with Sonic, like since the Sega Genesis, and like they keep evolving the games, and I became interested in this game because it's Sonic, and also it seemed like not really sticking to the traditional route of Sonic. Like it seemed more open world, and yeah, I was kind of confused because I don't know how that works in Sonic, because like they're showing him like, I don't know, it seemed like really open world and he could do anything, but I didn't see a map on the screen or anything, so I don't know how that would work. Maybe it'll be explained in this review, but yeah, it's really different and I like Sonic, so this is interesting for me to see. And also, I guess One OK Rock sings the theme song. I don't really listen to One OK Rock. I only know them because of my friend. But yeah, I really like Japanese music. So I was interested that they also had a Japanese artist or a Japanese band to do the theme song for this game. Is it just a theme? Is it a theme song or just a collaboration? I don't know. But anyway, let's watch this review. And please subscribe. Let me know what else I should react to in the comments below.
Sonic Frontiers doesn't limit you to a small, carefully curated menu of things to try. Instead, it takes the all-you-can-eat buffet approach, throwing new ideas at you from start to finish.
Yeah, it seems like they added so many
really
different
seeming
things.
To care if they're fresh
like side missions or something.
Or looking wilted and limp under the heat lamp. When I jumped off the starting line of the sprint
but this is the Sonic I know, jumping through hoops and collecting rings.
I certainly didn't expect to play jump rope, duke it out with a giant robot, watch a dramatic origin story for an extinct race of beings, or
do you know how to fish? I'll teach you if you want.
But Frontiers kept me guessing, even late into the campaign, with what it would try next. Even when some of those ideas didn't work, I was almost always glad that Sega gave it the old college try, and as a result, I rarely found myself bored. I did find myself feeling blue because of the absurd amount of pop-in that happens every time this famously fast character does his thing. But Sonic Frontiers is, for the most part, a promising first attempt at blazing a new trail for the series.
Yeah, the world seems so much larger, more obstacles, more motion sickness. Okay.
While you're working your way through Frontiers' chain of 5 Starfall Islands during its roughly 20-hour campaign, you'll uncover the dark and extremely predictable backstory of a long-extinct race while hanging out with Sonic family favorites like Amy and Knuckles. You'll also meet this strange new enemy named Sage, and learn what her deal is in the most agonizingly slow way possible.
You leave immediately.
Since her main hobbies appear to be dodging pointed questions and speaking exclusively in vagaries.
If we are fortunate, it will destroy you.
With all
Wait,
of the
is she
different
hedgehog or human? She looks human,
juggles, they do end
with
up
hedgehog
feeling
hair.
oddly disconnected from each other, and none of them offer a ton of surprises between their ungodly number of cliches concerning the power of friendship and ancient civilizations.
Dang, Amy can't
technology.
come back to life? Was she dead? Hologram?
Completion.
Where is she at?
Weird. But they do leave room for some really good moments.
They trapped somewhere?
The furry cast of characters.
Never a dull moment with you.
Where's Tails?
In fact,
Oh, there he
Frontiers
is.
produces some of the most in-depth characterizations of the Sonic cast we've ever seen in a game. One part of the campaign hones in on the brotherly rivalry between Sonic and Knuckles, while another does a great job at building Tails up as more than just Sonic's sidekick. All of that more than sated my ravenous appetite for Sonic's usual anime-style nonsense.
It's strange, but feels natural.
In between all of the fancy robot kicking and rolling around at the speed of sound.
You know what's weird? The environments, like this environment right now looks...
Through the sprawling open...
That environment looks so realistic. I don't know if that was a cutscene or gameplay, but it looks so realistic, but then the characters look really cartoonish, and like even right now, this looks, the environment here, it looks dull. That's kind of weird.
Open world areas is, as you'd hope,
I thought they would like, I don't know, keep Sonic cartoony, but like a little more realistic. Not like the Sonic movie realistic, but just more, I don't know how to explain it. Because like even the environment here looks so cheap. Like, is that supposed to be sand, or is this just, I don't know.
One of the best parts of this Odyssey, the islands you dash about on are suitably large playgrounds for you to test the limits of your road running, so long as you don't fall into water or lava that immediately kills you. My
floor is
personal
lava.
favorite new trick, though, is the Psy Loop. It lets you draw a circle while blazing a trail to
Oh, that
create
reminds
a
me of
tornado of death
Okami.
that impacts
Y'all play
everything caught
Okami?
within it.
You have to draw stuff
This
with a brush.
ability can be used and abused to do damage in combat, solve puzzles, and even farm rings since it generates a few every time.
Okami. That was like PS2.
Plus, literally running
Did
in
it make a
circles
sequel?
around your enemies is just an incredibly Sonic thing to do, which is why I practically
I like that they
never
gave him
stopped
new
doing
moves.
it throughout my playthrough.
Because Sonic's like 30 years old.
What becomes clear after a few laps around the first island is that Sonic Frontiers is an action-adventure game that joins a growing pack of old-school series looking to reimagine themselves as open-world sandboxes. And in this particular case, it
He almost
mostly
fell off.
works out. Just like Pokemon Legends Arceus and Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain before it,
See, it looks
Frontiers keeps
more
a lot
open
of what
world.
makes the Sonic series beloved and unique.
But I guess it's still
including some
linear,
fun
but it just looks
homages,
a lot
but
more
also
open
throws
world.
in big areas to explore and fills them with a wild assortment of
And
side
I don't see a map.
distractions and mostly interesting new ideas. Not all of those activities are created equal, but it works overall just because of the sheer variety. One moment you're juggling robots like you're playing baby's first Devil May Cry. The next you're trying to beat a time
Oh,
trial
that's
in
cool.
a 2D platforming stage.
He went back to the original side-scrolling.
And a minute after that, you're playing a game of pinball inside of an active volcano. You'll grind truly
In a
epic
volcano?
rails, solve extremely simple puzzles, do some puzzle platforming, and of course, catch fish. Because if you can't fish, does it even count as an open world game? There were moments where I saw glimpses of genius in this bizarre hodgepodge of activities. Sections called cyberspace levels smartly break up the open world by teleporting you into bite-sized, traditionally linear Sonic levels, where you're racing the clock and collecting rings as you mad dash for the goal line. On the other hand, one of the big things Frontiers tries that doesn't work well is combat. You're just mashing buttons to pull off simple combos and knock the snot out of faceless robotic enemies. I appreciated the occasional break from platforming, but since it never proves to be a challenge and throws you into almost identical fights again and again, I soon came to resent being yanked out of my lightning speed racing just to smack down another bunch of dumb toaster-looking fools.
Wait,
It's especially annoying.
wait, on the bottom right, is that like a speed gauge? Like showing how fast Sonic's going? Like a car? I guess that's what that's for.
When it comes to the mini bosses
I was just
roaming
looking around
the
the
open
screen
world,
and
who
noticed
often
that.
dragged me into unskippable fight sequences that weren't particularly challenging or interesting. Though the giant bosses that cap off each island, which I will not spoil here, are far more exciting.
I see the sand looks better there, but when you're in the air, it looks like this
There are other
Microsoft
things
Paint.
Frontiers has you do, like solving very easy puzzles that range from mildly amusing mini-games to completely brain-dead chores, or dipping your toes into RPG mechanics by gathering collectibles to raise your stats. These aren't terrible additions, but they also don't feel like they're entirely fleshed out. The upgrades in particular are a bit odd since they do things like let you carry more rings or increase your attack and defense stats by such minor amounts that they barely have an impact on gameplay. It's almost like the developer shrugged and said, sure, why not? And threw every idea they could come up with into the mix just for the heck of it. The biggest shortcoming with this new open world design, though, has nothing to do with the buffet of mostly amusing activities. It's simply that Frontiers is not at all able to keep up with Sonic's godlike speed on a technical level. My immersion was broken about every 5 seconds when large objects popped into view right in front of me. Granted, that's sometimes hilarious, but it's always jarring and just plain
Oh
ugly.
yeah, it's just
Most of the time, it's a railing
magically
or
appeared.
platform that blips into existence a couple feet away from you, but sometimes
Yeah, it has to
it's
render.
entire areas of the world.
It's too fast for the
all of
rendering.
its amazing quick loading capabilities, the PS5 just couldn't seem to handle how hilariously fast Frontiers let me go. Whether I was playing in the 4K resolution mode at 30 FPS, or the much more desirable 60 FPS mode, seriously, what are we even doing here playing a game this fast at any less? The pop-in
I hate
was
that when you
always
high
a
up and then you fall
issue.
down and you have to go all the way back.
Chaos Emerald so I can beat up some big robots. You'll be free and back to guarding
I feel like he's gonna give this game like
a
a 7 or 7.5.
Sounds like a plan.
Sonic Frontiers is a delightfully weird and experimental evolution of the Sonic games so many of us grew up with. Its expansive islands are filled with so much variety and pieces of Sonic history.
That's funny, like on the Sega Genesis they had Sonic 3D, but now Sonic is actually 3D. That's
explore, even when awful graphical pop-in is a
that's
constant
technical
hedgehog
advancement,
spine on your
everyone.
side. Some of the new
That's
stuff
so cool.
Frontiers tries out, like the self-contained cyberspace levels within its open
Now it's
worlds,
actually
are
super 3D.
fantastic ways to pack as much Sonic goodness as possible into one package, while others, especially combat, are uninteresting experiments gone wrong. Still, I largely enjoyed my time running around in Frontiers, making it feel like a promising
How did I
first
know?
attempt
Oh my
at
gosh.
what could be a bright new era for Sonic and friends.
How did I know? I
For
said
more,
7 or
check out our
7.5.
reviews of God of War Ragnarok or Bayonetta 3. And for everything else, stick with IGN.
Okay, so that's the end of this video. Yeah, it seems like a pretty interesting game. Kids will probably enjoy it. I don't know. I'm not really into Sonic that much anymore. I liked him growing up, but like I don't really play games anymore. But I do watch playthroughs and stuff sometimes. But yeah, this doesn't seem like a game I would watch a playthrough of. And yeah, but I still like Sonic. I still support Sonic because that's my childhood. But yeah, what do you guys think? And also, speaking of Sega and Sonic, did any of you ever have the Sega channel? You get like free games, or you pay for it, but you get like free games weekly and stuff. That was pretty cool. But anyway, that's in this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Let me know what else I should react to in the comments below. And if you want to see my experiences in Korea, you can check out my first channel, SEKSHI. And you can also follow me on my other social medias thingies under my face, somewhere over here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.